Well, good morning, everyone. I didn't realize if we're on or not. Hi. So, I am really excited about this video this morning. So, we're going to begin to connect our crocheted mandalas. And I'm going to begin because I feel like I have enough to begin. And I'm just making a small blanket, but I'm going to bring you with me. First, we're going to review the different ways that you can actually connect them just with your own creativity. And then I'm going to share with you how I'm connecting mine. And I also want to share with you, look how adorable this is. You know what this is? You know, I crocheted this the other day. Look, I put a little knot in the necklace just to kind of bring it up a little bit. And this is one of my earrings, a little dragonfly, and I just kind of, you know, connected the wire in the back there. And I just think it's beautiful. It's a little statement piece. And, you know, you could really emphasize the necklace and the knot and the flowers. And I think I'm going to be doing that too, because I really like this piece. And look, I never wear rings, but I am still wearing this one. I hope it stays together. It's a lovely, it's not even really my style, to be honest. But just because it's so different and it's just really cute, I figure I just wear it. So we're going to get our coffee and then we're going to, first we're going to review the different ways, and actually the ways that you connect with the mandala, the crocheted mandalas, the same way that same methods you can use to connect your granny squares. So it just might be a repeat for some of you. And so with that, one moment. Okay, so we'll go over to the table, the little hub here where we have our mandalas. So I'm just going to show you those again. If you're new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. We're very innovative here. We're very creative. We're very eclectic. We focus on creating with recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies, and it's our way to give the earth a little hug. So today we may be crocheting with recycled yarns, and we'll go through a number of projects, and we do these very frequently. And I'm going to be putting the playlist together for just crochets. Guess what, guys? We're on video 801. Okay, I hit 800 videos, I believe, yesterday. So we're on video 801. And, you know, I started the channel out called with the name Check It Out with Carmella-T. So it may not list the channel as many years as it truly is. I think this channel, I think I've been focusing on this channel now for almost 6 years. So, and we're at well over 2,000 views, subscribers. Many people scroll, but they don't subscribe. So jump on board, join us. It's free, it's fun. And yeah, look, you get all kinds of ideas, innovative ideas. I share so many of my tips and knowledge with you. I just do to encourage you. And that is why we have so many of our scrap fabric projects, Boro, Sashiko, and Kwandi on here, and why I wrote the book that shows you all of the Boro Sashiko inspired projects that we've done together, actually. So, oh, thank you so much. Let's see, who's that? Jojo. Hi, Jojo Gamer. You know, if I wasn't a YouTuber on an artist, I'd be a gamer, because there is something. Okay, everybody has something like a go-to. And I have to be very careful, because when I start like doing things, for example, like crossword puzzles, things like that, whatever it is, I could get really into for like ever. Or the gamer I know that did it's on YouTube, or on the oh, what is it called? Not the DVDs. What do you gamers do your games on nowadays? It's on the internet, right? Okay, so let's see here. These are the mandalas that I want to connect. Yeah, it is. Hi, Super Mama. Hi. How are you? Yay. How are you guys today? Thanks for being here. So I've toyed around with putting on all of these like a little lace like this to connect them. Oh, thank you. And they're all different, but you can connect them that way. So you can connect them loosely. And thank you. Hi for right Nick Gamer. Oh, I got the gamers with me today. If I was a gamer, you best be careful because I'm quick. Okay, that's what the gamers do, right? They're kind of like targeting their what is it? Apples on a fence. No, I know it's more than that today. Thank you so much. But it is more than that today. The gamers, they make them very, very deep. I think some of the concepts and lots of fun. Just say Fortnite gamer. Fortnite gamer. Shout out to Fortnite gamer. Yep. Oh, I don't think I have even super chat yet. You know, chat. YouTube. Can I just tell you guys something? I have videos on here with thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And guess what? YouTube still does not qualify me even for super chat. I'm not kidding you either. I'm pretty sure I can't even get super chat. So I'm going to try again soon. I really don't want it to be the 10-year mark that most people have to wait 10 years before they can get anything at all. Oh my gosh, but thank you. I appreciate your thought. I really do. So for those of you crocheting, thank you. What you're going to do, first of all, you want to get rid of your tails. And does everybody out there know how to get rid of the tails? These are your tails, right? That you crocheted with. They're kind of just hanging there, and you got to get them, kind of pull them through here. Pull them through. Now, the thing is, you're pulling them through here. You're underneath your crochet stitches, right? But guess what? You want to make sure that they're what they call locked in. So that's super important. So a lot of times you come back with them and you're just kind of making it difficult for them to kind of unweave, so to speak. And you can do, yes, weaving, which is zigzags and whatnot. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now, I'm going to read to you, for those of you who are experienced out there, you may be like, well, I'm experienced, but I have never connected the mandalas. So you can use these methods to connect mandalas just like you have connected granny squares or anything else that you've been crocheting and connecting. So the first one is the invisible seam. So the invisible seam, now I'm not going to do each of these, but I will do a few of them because they're very common. The invisible seam you can use, this is a tapestry needle. Now you can use a tapestry needle, or you can use a darning needle like this. We're very blunt there, and that's what I'm going to use. So you can use the tapestry needle or the well, let's use the tapestry needle for those of you who haven't. And we're going to get some yarn here. And I'm going to just take off some here because we're going to just demonstrate. I'm just going to demonstrate for you and give you an idea, because the tapestry the invisible seam is sometimes, I believe it's sometimes called the mattress a stitch, if any of you have heard of that. So with your, I'm going to show you something like this. With your mandalas, so as you know, we're doing the chakra themed mandalas. So our yellow is our empowerment and our enlightenment, and giving ourselves permission to say, you know what, I have a right to be confident. And you need to remind yourself of that, guys, especially nowadays. So so you have your yellow, and this one is our blue. Our light blue is our throat chakra, speaking truth in alignment with our body and spirit. Okay, speaking truth. And then the darker is the indigo, which is here. So that is our visions, our dreams, our intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. You know, when you have a gut feeling about a situation or a person or something very specific, and it's just nagging at you and you just know. So when you don't know what to do, do this. I'm going to tell you what to do, because I was taught this a long time ago and it works. When you have that nagging feeling, stop for a moment, think about the situation you're having the nagging feeling, and allow yourself to look at different choices or scenarios of that situation, and what is that going to look like in with each of your different choices. And it really brings you into a reality check. But it's very difficult to do because a lot of people don't want to stop and do that. They don't want to stop and take the time to think about it. But it's a very strong tool to have. And then thinking about it with green, with your compassion, your compassionate, your heart. Okay, so all of that helps. So look, this is for some crocheters, this is going to be like, are you kidding me, Carmella? You're using a tapestry needle and yarn? I want to crochet. Well, we're going to crochet in a second. But if you use this method, what you want to do, and you can see that we have very different different widths, diameters, weights of the yarn. But if you look at this right here, okay, if I can do this way, you're going to, for your mattress or your invisible stitch, look, you see how I went right in between those two stitches? I'm going right underneath where these two stitches connect. Okay, so you pull it all the way up, and you're going to have a knot, but I'll be pulling this out, so I'm just going to leave it. And then you're going to come over to this side, and you're locating, which is, this is super, let's see if I have one that's larger. Hold on. So I got this one maybe. It's a tiny bit larger, but just so you can see. So you're going to come over to the piece that you're connecting it to, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go right underneath the part where those two stitches are connecting. Okay? And you're going to pull through your yarn. And then guess what? You're going to come right back over here. You're not doing anything else. You're just going right back over. And you're going underneath where your two stitches connect, right? You're going in one space of one stitch, going underneath the connecting part of it, and then into the next space of the next stitch and pulling. See? And that's what it's going to be looking like. That's called your little mattress stitch. And you pull it, but be careful because, yeah, if you pull it too tight, then it might show up on the other side. So then you're coming in, you're coming back over to your net, to the other mandala that you're connecting, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go in that space stitch and come out the next space stitch. That's why it's a nice little curve on your mattress needle. Okay, so, and then we're going to do that again. You're going in. Let's see if I can show you here. You're going in your little space stitch, going underneath where they connect, and coming out the next space stitch. See? And then you just bring it back over to your piece you're working on, and you do the very same thing. These are smaller, but you're going in a space stitch underneath where it connects and coming out. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this side because I'm going to show you if I can here. Okay, you see the stitches? Now, you can see the stitches, but if I pull it, they disappear. You see? See how they disappear? And then you're going to put you see how they disappear? That's why it's mattress stitch, but it's called like an invisible stitch. So the key is that you first want to put your mandalas together like a sandwich. And then you're going to, right smack in the middle of each of those stitches, you're going to just bring up one stitch and go to the next. Okay? And then go back and forth like that. So it's like, let me see here. Here, I'm going to show you this. Let me see here. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can find you someone, because sometimes looking at another, well, she's not connecting mandalas here. Invisible stitch to join. Okay, also mattress stitch. It's sometimes called either or. So take a look at this, guys.
Now, as you can see, I joined this with black yarn so I can show you how invisible it is.
By the way, this is by Hectanuga.
Both of my sections to be joined together, and I'm going to go in between the stitch.
That's a nice clear picture.
Comes across, and I'm going to pass under the bar.
Or she calls it a bar. That's a good way.
The opposite side and pass under the bar.
It's only a 1 minute video.
Back over to the other stitch on the other side, pass under the bar.
See how easy it is, guys?
Over, pass under the bar. And you just keep doing that all the way across.
Okay, that is the invisible, or referenced as the mattress stitch sometimes. So that is by Hectanuga 1, and she is on YouTube. So she describes it as under the bar, and I'm describing it as into the open stitch underneath and coming up. So okay, so that's all one way. Now, another way is the slip stitch join. So, the slip stitch is, let's see, well, you know what a slip stitch is, guys. Let me just show you this here. I probably should take this out for the moment. I do like this invisible stitch. I guess we could use that. I do like that, but let me take the stitch out just so I can show you with these two mandalas, what they're talking about if you don't know the slip stitch. Okay, so the slip stitch, now you can do a couple of different ways here. You can go through, pick the way you want to do it. If you want to go through your your top chain, okay, you could just go through your top chain. And let me get this here. So, and a slip stitch is just that. It's very simplistic. Okay. This is a slip stitch, guys. That's it. Don't wrap the yarns around or anything. Just go through the stitch, pull up, slip. Okay? Go through the stitch of each of your mandalas, I should say. I'm just going through the top stitch, you see? I'm going through the very top. You can choose to go through whatever stitches you want. The key is just stay consistent. Okay, so you're not wrapping any yarns around. You're just, I did use this for a number of my blankets. That's the slip stitch, you see? So you'll be able to see it, okay? Now another way, and this is the last way, so that I'm going to show you, because this is a way that I like a lot too, but then I'm going to actually show you the way I am going to do it, and it's not any of these, but hang on. That's right. I want to do the chain is what I want to do. Okay, so what you're going to do here, when you connect these, so right now, what we're going to do is the single crochet connect. So when you connect with a single crochet, very first thing you are going to do is connect them with a slip stitch. Okay, you do want to get that done. And then, so with single crochet, you can either wrap it around, pull it, push the hook through, wrap it around, pull it up. But the way they traditionally show you, which I don't typically do, but I'll do for you here, is you put the crochet hook through, pull your loop up, wrap around, and make your single crochet. Do it again. Put the hook through, pull yarn up. You have 2 loops on there. Wrap it around, make your single crochet. So all you're doing is single crocheting it together. Now, what's pretty about single crochet is that it just is another row. It's another little dimension to you creating and then connecting. So that's single crochet. So that's just another way to connect your mandalas. So let me show you what I'm thinking today for me. I kind of want to give it some prettiness and something different. So I want it to be strong. So let me just push this out of the way. So what I'm going to do for me, first of all, is get rid of my coffee over here. And I really love the prettiness, like I said, of these mandalas. So I'm looking for the yarn that I want, and it's probably over here. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just bring over my bins. So I do want some prettiness of the yarn. So, and I want it to kind of pop a little bit, and I want it to be the chakra color. So, so what I'm going to do is I have it face up to me, okay? And I'm just picking any stitch space. So, and I'm going to do, very first thing I'm going to do is a slip knot. That's what I'm going to do. This is totally intuitive and creative. I have no pattern. I have nothing even in my mind. Take that any way you want. But I do know what I want to do is create a loop. Now I know this already has a loop. I know that it does, but it doesn't matter to me right now. I want to put my yarn through. Oops, I want to connect them is what I'm saying. Maybe what I could do is actually just connect them at the same time. Because this is, I'm having an idea of a chain. So I have to do my slip knot. So I'm going to do a chain. I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, no, I'm going to do 3, guys. I'm going to do 3. And then I'm going to come back through the chain space and do a slip knot. And I'm going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do another slip knot. Chain 3. And you're like, what are you doing, Carmella? I don't know, but I'm connecting. I am connecting the mandalas. Okay, and I'm going to do one more. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you're connecting these, no matter what you're using, whether it's a slip stitch, mattress stitch, single crochet, or even double crochet, whatever you're using, you want to put it down, which we're going to do in a moment, and take a look at it and decide if that's how you want it. I mean, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I mean, come on, guys. That's creative crochet. So we're not just doing the slip stitches. We're making little loop-de-loops as we go around. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now, I'm going to put the camera down, and we're going to get into a little more intricate connecting for a few more here. For those of you interested and you're like, yeah, I want to do that, I'm going to stay with the green because I really love that. And we're going to connect a few more. Okay. Am I doing this in any specific way? No, I am not. I absolutely am not. I am designing this as I go. Now, I could take the mandalas and stay right on the edges, or I could overlap, and I don't want to overlap. I want to stay on my edges. And that's how I want to do it. And I just want to be creative, and I want to kind of surprise myself a little bit and just enjoy this whole process. So that is how I'm doing it. I'm doing a creative, intuitive, crocheting, in connecting, and I'm going to stay with my green because I'm liking it unless I decide to change. But now I'm going to go over this way. Okay. And I'm going to, sorry, I kind of lifted that up from you. Let me just say this first. I could tie this off right here because I like the aesthetic. Or I could kind of slip knot and go over here and connect this. Or I can bring this like this and just kind of connect it right like that. So it just kind of falls together. Now, what's going to happen if I do that is if I push that like in, and I am trying to make those go together like that, in time this will stretch like a little bit out of a circle. So if I give it its little space, which is right here, in other words, just let them connect like that with the little space in there, that would work nicely. Now there's a couple of ways I can do that. I can chain my way over there. Nobody says I can't. I can. I'm going to show you what I am going to chain it because I'm kind of liking that right now. I want this to be different. Is it going to be strong? Of course it will be strong. And if you don't think it's strong, you can always reinforce it with more stitches. Okay, I'm liking that much better. And I'm envisioning right now, so I'm going to connect it. And then I'm going to go over here. So you'll see how I'm going to connect. I'm just going to do my little space. I'm going to go in the full space. Okay. I could just work at the top, but I just kind of want to show you. Well, I guess this, yeah, let's do the full space. It's kind of giving me havoc here. Giving me resistance because of the way I'm holding it. Okay. So now I've connected it. Okay. Now what I want to do is sandwich this mandala and this mandala. I want to sandwich it again. Okay, sandwich it. And I am just working with the little 3 chain little loop-de-loops that we're making, or picots, or whatever you want to call them. Slip knot first because you want to connect it. And I want to stay with that adorable little fringe that I'm making in connecting. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I want to make a pretty little loop-de-loop, so I'm going to go in my next stitches here, see? And again, I'm doing a slip knot because I want to connect them. And now I'm just going to chain 3 to make my little picot or make my little loop-de-loops. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 3 we did, right? I don't know if it was 3 or 4. It might have been 4, actually. Oh, you know what, guys? We need to do that again. Probably should have written it down. It's 4. It's okay. We did our slip stitch. Not much of a difference. But still, just enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's enough to give us our little decorative fringe. So now I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch. Okay, now I'm going to do 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm going to go into the next stitch and I'm going to do a slip stitch. A lot of times I will do a single crochet, but I'm just connecting these with slip stitch. I'm just showing you, like, there are so many different ways you can connect, whether it's granny squares or what we're doing the mandalas. Okay, so I did chain 4 again. I still have my 2 mandalas sandwiched so I can see my stitches and connect them nicely. First with a little slip stitch and then with chain 4. Oh, that's split. Look, this is where you got to be careful. Some of the yarns, that when they're older, they do sometimes split. That's why I like it when the thrift shops realize that and they keep them marked down, because sometimes it is they're not high quality like when they were newer. Okay, so let's take a look at this for a second. I mean, seriously. Okay, so that's a little loop-de-loop there. Oh, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I definitely I'm gonna hold this up so you can see. I definitely want more stitches there. See how it's kind of, I could either put more stitches there or maybe I put another mandala there. Look how adorable that's coming out. So it's not connected all the way yet. We've got to connect like on that side. Got to continue here. Now, is there any method in going from one mandala to the next? So the method I've just adopted and created is a chain, maybe a chain. You could do slip knot. So I plan to kind of have these little chains here because I like the look of it. I think it's adorable. And so now over here, let's see here. Let's get another mandala. I'm going to put a mandala here. And but first and I guess you can tie this mandala to that, or put your markers, I guess is what they typically. I don't use markers. I really don't. I mean, sometimes yes I do, but infrequently. Okay, so I'm going to continue here. One, because I want these to be connected nicely. 2, 3, 4, and so that's chain 4, and then I'm just going to do my little slip knot to connect, and then I'm doing another chain 4 because I'm making little loop-de-loops to connect. So if I didn't do the loop-de-loops, guess what? I could connect the whole thing with slip knots, just like you're seeing me connect after we do the chain. So the chain is just a variation, and I'm going to show you other variations creatively that you can do with very simple stitches, like the double crochet, and just kind of creating your own vibe, creating your own design, creating your own pattern. Okay, so I think this might be good. Let's see. See if that's got me far enough over. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? That's connected up better. You see it? Now, let me just take a look. And this is kind of all impromptu. So I have another, okay, so let me go over here. Go this way. Let's get this one connected. This is so pretty. We did this together on this channel too, you and I. This is just a double crochets and then the popcorn stitch. Make sure I have it the right way. Yeah, sometimes I can't find the, well, I shouldn't be able to find the tail, but I do like to make sure I have my the right side up that I want it. I guess I do because it looks very pretty to me. So, oh, no, see, see the ridge? That's kind of the side I'd like it to show on. That is very pretty. But I do believe this is the front side. Okay, so depending if you go in the front loop or the back loop when you're doing a double crochet, gives you a ridge. But I'm going to keep it on this side. This is fine. And we can have a video on that one day too. That is, you know how to do the double crochet. That will not be difficult. Okay, so I am just going to do a chain. I just want to do a chain to get me over, well, I guess I'm just going to chain over here, which is just going to be a larger, just a longer little bit of a loop, which is totally fine. I guess what I could do is actually just loop my way over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll show you what I mean. So I think I am going to do that because I kind of like those loops to, And you're probably saying, well, Carmella, you already did a large loop over here. True, that's okay, but that's okay. Specifically, this is a protocol. This is like my blanket to keep. And the next blanket I'll make to sell. And I'll have worked out all my little kinks. So I just did 4 again. And I'm going to do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that should probably get me to my connecting area. Yeah. Oh my God. You see how it just kind of develops when you're creating. But this is why you have, in my opinion, why you need to do prototypes. Okay. So I'm just going to sandwich them together again. This mandala and this one are sandwiched. Here, let me show you. You see they're sandwiched. I'm going through. I'm doing a slip knot to first connect them. Whoops. The split on me again. The yarn is splitting quite a lot. But that's okay. I mean, I did buy it at the thrift shop, at the thrift sale. Okay, so let's just get it connected. Okay, so here it is sandwiched, and now it's connected with a very simple slip knot. Okay, now I'm going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so making a pretty little loop-de-loop. I'm going in my next chain there, doing a slip knot to connect. It gives me my little loop-de-loop. Okay, and I'm going to do it a few more times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, slip knot. Okay, slip knot to connect, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You're saying, well, Carmella, you're not looking at it. But I do know inadvertently that 3 of these will be my checkpoint. So let me put this down. This seriously is so cute. And you're probably saying, well, Carmella, why aren't you just doing loop-de-loops around all of your mandalas and then just connecting? Yes, you can do that, but I want mine to go different ways, and I do want to change my colors. I want to get this over here, but I want to change my loop-de-loop colors as I go with different chakra colors. So, but yes, you certainly can do it that way, and that is just kind of a thought coming, but I wasn't sure really how I wanted to do it, and I really do like this way. And the other thing about doing things like this is you're kind of experimenting, and you're not locking yourself into a pattern that, and it's not bad to use a pattern, but this just lets your mind kind of study what you're doing just a little bit more. So kind of what I want to do, I'm going to do another, I'm just looking at the sandwich here. I just want to look at so what I want to do is make sure that these 2 mandalas are connected very nicely. So I'm going to do my little loop-de-loops to over here, kind of in this area. So that's going to be like 1, 2 more stitches, and then I'm going to kind of just tie this off for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back over here to these 2 mandalas, and I'm going to sandwich them together like that, and I'm going to use a different color, and then I'll connect those. So I hope that that gives you a really good idea on what I'm doing and what I'm going to do, because I am creating and kind of will become more aware of different types of design maybe I want to add to this. And let me just throw this out to you. I'm not sure exactly this moment, but I'm thinking like this. Maybe I do a few more flowers right smack in the center of some of my mandalas and dress my mandalas up with a little bit more decorum. Or maybe I chain a heart right onto the mandala. And if you're interested, I can show you how to do that. It is not difficult. Do you need markers? Some of you might, some of you don't. But there's different ways that you can make it easy for yourself. So anyway, with that, thank you for being with me. Let me know which way what method you're using to connect your mandalas. You have the methods that we started out with talking about, and I showed you the very simple tapestry needle, a little mattress or invisible stitch. Then you can use the slip stitch, or you can use a single crochet, or you can get really creative and use whatever stitch you want and just connect them the way you want. So there is no wrong way, guys. That's what I love about it. So with that, you have a beautiful day. I can't wait to show you how and when this is done, which it should be done super shortly. So have a beautiful day and God bless.